Hey everyone, in this video, I will be discussing Python for web development versus machine learning. According to a post in TechRepublic, Python is ranked top programming language in demand for 2022 with more than 200,000 jobs posted. Python is also extremely versatile. It can be used for web development, machine learning, and even app development with some limits. Here, I will compare what Python is good for web development versus machine learning, and how you can learn to your needs. Before we get started, if you can subscribe to this channel and like this video, it will be highly appreciated. Your support will enable creation of helpful contents like this and other videos. First, Python is one of the easier languages to learn, similar to JavaScript. Python doesn't have the same capabilities like JavaScript for user experiences. But still, it has a wide range of web frameworks, such as Flask for simple apps and Django for more complex architecture. Django also has similar architecture like MVC, or Model View Controller, and MVT, or Model View Template. Python also has robust machine learning packages such as scikit-learn for most of traditional machine learning and TensorFlow Keras and PyTorch for deep learning. These machine learning packages have a strong basis in NumPy, which is Python's version of rapid math calculations. Also good to know is pandas when learning Python that can be used for data analysis and transformations. So, it's fair to say that with both web development and machine learning, Python has a strong support and community. From a learning perspective, it is best recommended that beginners start with basic Python syntax, including variables, functions, loops, and built-in tools and methods. To start in the web development route, it is best recommended that the beginner learns basics of web, starting from HTML and CSS. JavaScript is not required for creating a static web page, but for any interactive pages, JavaScript knowledge will be very helpful. Also for web development, it helps to spend a brief time learning about user experience and user interface. If you are new to front-end development as a whole, this is especially helpful. Even if Python usage ends up being primarily for back-end, understanding UX and UI will add values in the long run. For the machine learning route, Python beginners should pick up SQL sooner than later because only relying on importing via CSV files through pandas will be limited. Matplotlib for visualization as well as Seaborn is also a highly recommended next step. Before beginning on scikit-learn, beginners should cover Machine Learning 101 in theory. Basic machine learning topics will involve covering supervised versus unsupervised, regression versus classification, preparing and cleaning data, and high-level math for statistics. While it is possible to run machine learning tutorial codes without fundamental knowledge, several issues will arise when trying to build a custom model or use on new datasets outside of Kaggle. For those new to machine learning, Kaggle offers clean datasets, which are great for beginners, but do not represent the messy real-world data. This concept of fundamental theory is applicable in web development as well, but generally speaking, more people are familiar with how web browsers like Chrome or Safari run than underlying linear algebra logic that governs predictive modeling. Nevertheless, many people do not know the difference between response versus request, get versus post, and exposure with networking and localhost. Therefore, beginners should begin with basic Python and then simultaneously start picking up additional electives that meet their interests. While this video focused more on web development versus machine learning, this elective idea also applies to app development as well. App development also has a steep learning curve, and while Python can give an early exposure, it is best to switch to the corresponding language for each system. That means Swift or Objective-C for iOS, and Java or Kotlin for Android. In the subsequent videos, there will be more discussions on specific routes of Python learning. But meanwhile, do not hesitate to jump on your Python learning, especially if you have programmed in another language before. Getting that first hello world to run will be very straightforward, much faster than Java or C. Thanks for watching. Till the next time.